Good morning, students. This is your Maths 1 online teaching session. In today's session, we'll be starting with revision of the first chapter, that is linear equations in two variables, part 1. Before we do that, let us quickly see the content outline of this chapter. In this chapter, we have learned methods of solving linear equations in two variables, which was graphical method, Cramer's method, and lastly, we have learned about application of simultaneous equations. I hope you know that practice set 1.4, which is based on equations which can be reduced to linear equation form, has been omitted from the syllabus. Okay, so make a note of this, that practice set 1.4 and sums based on it from problem set also is omitted from the syllabus. So now let us quickly recall what are the things that we have already learned in this. We started this chapter with the basic definition. Yes, what was the definition? An equation which contains two variables and the degree of each term containing the variable is 1 is called linear equations in two variables. Okay, now what is this? An equation which contains two variables. Now compulsory there should be two variables in it, and the degree of each term, degree means the power or the index to which the variable is raised, should be 1. Why 1? Because it is linear equation. Linear means degree 1. Okay, so for an equation to be a linear equation in two variables, what are the two important things? That there should be two variables involved in it and the degree of the variable should be 1. Okay, so this was the basic definition. Then we learned about the general form. Now what is the general form? General form of linear equation in two variables is ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Now see, there are two variables involved in it, x and y. And what is the degree of each variable? It is 1. So ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. There are two variables, degree is 1. So this is a general form. And what is important condition in this? A, B, C should be real numbers. Now real numbers means it can have any value. Even 0 is a real number. But if A is 0 here, what will happen to it? 0 into x will become 0. The equation will reduce to by plus c is equal to 0. Now this is not a linear equation in two variables. Yes or no? Just see here, if A is 0, a into 0 will be 0. The equation will reduce to by plus c is equal to 0. Now this is a linear equation, yes, but it is in one variable. It is no longer in two variables, right? And suppose if y is equal to 0, then what will happen? Ax, b into y is 0, ax plus c is equal to 0. Again this is a linear equation in one variable. I hope you are understanding. So it is very important that you write. See, such type of questions can be asked as 1 mark to write the general form, okay, of linear equation in two variables. So I will write, it is ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, where a, b, c are real numbers and a and b are not equal to 0 at the same time. Okay, now this is important part. Then when two linear equations in two variables are solved at the same time. Now in this chapter we are going to learn solution of simultaneous equation. Now solution cannot be found out with one equation. So we have to consider two equations at the same time. So when that is done, those equations are called as simultaneous linear equations. They are simultaneously solved at the same time, both the equations. Okay, right. After this, let's recall what are the different methods that we have learned for finding solution of simultaneous equation. We have learned basically three methods, if you remember. The first method was algebraic method. Yes, where we were solving elimination method and substitution, all those different methods were there. This is algebraic method. Second method is graphical method, and third method was based on Cramer's rule. It is very important, especially the last one. It's a totally new term, new concept that you have learned this year. Okay, so these were the three different methods that we have learned. In today's session, we will just concentrate on the first method, that is algebraic method. Okay. Then from algebraic method, for algebraic method in fact, the practice set 1.1, few sums are omitted. I hope you have made a note of that. So 1.1 question 1 is omitted, that is an activity. Question 2 also, Only the last two questions are there. That is the 7th and the 8th sum. Now it is based on this type of question. Now see, I have taken one. 15x plus 17y is equal to 21. 17x plus 15y is equal to 11. Now there is certain thing which is unique in this sum. Now what is that? Have a look. Coefficient of x in equation 1 is the coefficient of y in equation 2. And same way, coefficient of y in equation 1. What is that? 17 is coefficient of x in equation 1. So like this, shuffling has been done. So this type of questions, I am not telling you exactly this will be asked, but this type of questions they have kept, and this type of question is important. Okay, so let's see how it can be done. Always whenever you are solving linear equation in two variables, the first step should be numbering the equations properly. Yes, so linear first equation you number it as 1, second equation you number it as 2. That is always the first step. Okay, and when such type of questions are given where these terms are identical, coefficients are identical, as I told you, 15 and 15 and 17 and 17, the method to be used is ASA. It is not at all angle side angle of geometry. It is addition, subtraction and addition. Okay, which will be used in this particular sum. So remember, for such questions the method to be used is addition, subtraction and addition. Now I'll tell you how it is to be applied. I have numbered it as equation 1 and 2. Then what is to be done? Just see the concept. In the two equations above, the coefficient of x and y are interchanged. This is what I wanted to make you a note of it. This type of questions are there in practice set 1.1, which is kept, and remaining all thing is omitted for this year. Okay. So coefficients of x and y are interchanged. While solving such questions, we get two simple equations by adding and subtracting. Yes, after solving these equations, we can easily find the solution. They have mentioned that it is adding and subtracting. It is actually A for addition, S for subtraction, and finally they have told that after solving this equation means again you have to add. Okay. Now see, the first step, we are going to add these two equations which I have got here. So by adding, what do I get? 15 plus 17 is 32x, and 17y plus 15y is 32y, and 21 plus 11 is again 32. Now I hope you can see that there is a common here, 32. So my next step will be dividing throughout by 32. Always try to reduce the equations wherever possible so that calculation becomes easy. Okay. So our next step will be dividing both the sides of the equation by 32. So it will reduce to x plus y is equal to 1. As I told you, numbering equations properly and solving it systematically is very important in this type of sums. So number it as equation 3. Alright. Now what? Addition is over. Now what is left is subtraction. For that what I will do? Again take the same two equations 1 and 2. But now we will subtract. I hope you remember, this was equation number 1. This is equation number 2. Okay. Remember this statement. Subtract equation 2 from 1. This 2 I am subtracting from 1. Be careful about this. Do not write subtract 1 and 2. That is wrong way of writing. Subtract 2 from 1. Okay. And whenever we subtract, I hope it is clear that we need to change the sign. So 17x will now become minus, 15y will now become minus, and 11 will again become minus. So all the sign has to be changed, and that change of sign also has to be shown in the exam. Okay. After this, see what will happen. It's 15 minus 17x. This 17 is no longer plus now. 17 has become minus now. So 15x minus 17x. How much? It's 2. 17 minus 15 is 2. But since 17 is a greater number with minus sign, it will be minus 2x. This is what we have got here. Now 17y minus 15y plus 2y. Why plus? Because here 17 is having plus sign. Okay. And 21 minus 11 is 10. So this way, after subtracting, we will get this equation, that is minus 2x plus 2y is equal to 10. Now similarly, as we did in equation before this, when we added, what we did, we tried to take common and divided by 32. Now here also you can see something common. Yes, all factors like 2 can be divided by 2 and 10 also can be divided by 2. So my next step is dividing throughout by 2. So this equation will reduce to what? When I divide by 2, what will happen? This is divided by 2, this is divided by 2, and even this is divided. This gets cancelled. There is a minus sign here, so it will be minus x. Then this gets cancelled, this is plus y, and 10 upon 2 is 5. As I told you, number it properly as equation number 4. Okay, now see, I have told you the steps as A, S, A. Addition is over, we have got equation number 3. Subtraction is over, we have got equation number 4. Now what is left is this last part of adding, and that should be done with equation number 3 and equation number 4. I hope the concept is clear. What is to be done? First the two equations have to be added. From there I will get equation number 3. Then again those same two equations have to be subtracted. I will get equation number 4. Now the last step is to add these two equations 3 and 4 again. Okay. So now adding equations 3 and 4, what will happen? X plus y is equal to 1 and minus x plus y is equal to 5. So when we are adding it, as you can see, plus x and minus x can be cancelled. Y plus y is 2y and 1 plus 5 is 6. So divide both the sides by 2. Okay, so this 2 and 2 is getting cancelled. Y and 2 ones are and 2 threes are. So y is equal to 3. I hope now all the steps of this particular sum is clear to you. We have got the value of x, we have got the value of y. Okay, we have got the value of y in fact first, and now substituting this we will get the value of x. Always when we solve equations we get one of the variable, and by substitution we get the other variable. Okay, so we have got y as equal to 3. Now it depends totally upon you where you want to substitute, either in 3 or in 4. I have substituted y is equal to 3 in equation number 3. See, x plus y is equal to 1 was my equation number 3. There I will substitute y as 3. Okay, from there I can get the value of x. X is equal to, shift this 3 this side, it is 1 minus 3. So x is equal to minus 2. Both the values of the variables we have got, x as minus 2, y as 3. So my solution will be x is equal to minus 2 and y is equal to 3 is the solution of this given simultaneous equations. Either you write like this or you write like this, it is one and the same. I hope now all the steps are clear. Okay, one more sum we will take which is of the same type, but this I have taken from practice set 1.1. This is the 7th one. Okay, as I told you, in this practice set they have kept only two sums, 7th and 8th. So 7th one we will do now, and 8th one you will do as a practice set or homework or test sum, whatever you say. But be sincere, today only you solve it, 100% you will understand it. Okay, so this was a question. 99x plus 101y is equal to 499. 101x plus 99y is equal to 501. Now as it is clear from the question, see the coefficient 99 and 99, 101 and 101. So what we need to do is ASA. So take these two equations, number it as equation 1 and equation 2. Okay, this is very important, numbering it and systematically solving it in the exam. After this, what? First step is addition. Add these two equations, adding 1 and 2. What we will get when we add this? For addition we never change sign, so you can directly add it. We will get 99 plus 101, 99x plus 101x is equal to 200x, and there also 200y is equal to, when you add this 499 and 501, it is 1000. So it is clear that we can divide throughout by 200 and get the value as 5. See, I am dividing the equation throughout by 200. That is a common factor. Okay, so what will happen? This full 200 will get cancelled. What will be left? X. Again this full 200 will be cancelled. What will be left? Y. And from here, see 1 0 cancelled. Again 1 0 cancelled. 2 1s are and 2 5s are. So x plus y is equal to 5. This is my equation number 3. I hope it is clear. Dividing throughout by 200. Now addition is over. What is left now? Subtraction. For subtraction, again take the same two equations. How to write also, that also I have told you. Subtracting 2 from 1. Okay. So write equation number 1 and equation number 2. And while subtracting, what we have to do is, very important thing, we need to change the sign. So this 101x will now become minus 101x, 99y will become minus 99y, and 501 will become minus 501. And now when we subtract, we get, see, minus 2x. 101 minus 99 is 2, but since 101 is a greater number with minus sign, so minus will come here. This is having plus sign, so plus, and here also 501 is a greater number with minus sign, so that is the reason minus 2. After this, what, as you can see, 2 is common throughout, so I can cancel that. What will be left? Minus x plus y is equal to minus 1. That is nothing but my equation number 4. I hope these two equations are clear. It is same as what we have done in the previous slide. Okay. Now addition is over, subtraction is over. Last part, again add, ASA. So add this 3 and 4. Adding equations 3 and 4, what you will get? X plus y is 5 and minus x plus y is minus 1. These are the two equations. So when you add it, automatically this plus x and minus x will get cancelled. This is 2y. 5 minus 1 is 4. So y will be equal to 4 upon 2, that is 2. One of the variable you have got, you can substitute it here. It is x plus y is equal to 5. So y is 2. So x plus 2 is equal to 5. Shift this to that side. X is equal to 5 minus 2, that is equal to 3. This is my other variable. So this is my final answer, 3 and 2. I hope it is clear. So write it fast. Y is equal to 2. Same way, I need to put the value of y as 2 in equation number 3. Now this depends upon you. 3 or 4, wherever you want, you can put it and get the value of x. So x plus 2 is equal to 5. X will be equal to 3. Solution, always have the habit of writing because it carries marks even in the final exam. Okay. And while writing solution also, see that x coefficient is written first and then y coefficient. Okay. So xy, that is 3, 2 is the solution of the given simultaneous equations. So I hope practice at 1.1 now is very nicely understood to you. We have revised the type of sum. Only one type of sum is kept, which I have revised today. Okay. So with this, I come to the end of this session. Remaining part, one by one, we are going to solve from linear equations in two variables and try to understand all the concepts. We'll continue in the next session. Thank you.